Ladies, gentlemen, and others, welcome back to the Ace Racing League. That's right, the ARL rFactor 2 season is back, and we're opening with a very special one-off event today. My name's Ross McIntyre, and we're just a stone's throw away from the start of Season 3 of the ARL Endurance Series. But today, we're here in South Africa at what is a much beloved, if slightly underused circuit for the 90 Minutes of Kyalami. 4.5 kilometers or 2.8 miles of racetrack lies before us today, and it is some racetrack indeed. Super fast, super flowing, and super rewarding to the brave. It's a GTE only event here today, so we won't be seeing any prototype action, but I'm sure that won't take away from the excitement. Now, this is a track that usually prefers higher downforce cars, so it'll be interesting to see how these GTEs cope around here, and especially how the tyres cope as well. Even the slightest bit of understeer can ruin your strategy and just chew up those fronts, so it's important to be precise. Now, and just not far away from the beginning of this race, obviously Kyalami opened in 1961, as we can see there, 4.52 kilometers at 16 turns, and it's been through a fair few layout changes over the recent years, it must be said. Obviously, it's still in a push to host more single-seater action in the real world, but it may not have as much real-world uses as perhaps a lot of people would like, but it certainly gets a lot of action in sim. Now, as I said, we're not far away from the race. 90 minutes here at Kyalami, 1.5 hours here at Ace Racing League, and here we can see the grid. Darius Andre lines up on the pole in the BMW M8, Paun in P2. Yanis Orzechowski in P3, and Erdinch Bahar lining up in P4. And moving further down, Matteo Varga in P5, Alex Heinen in P6. Good showing from the Aston there. Andrzej Marakek in P7, and Jan Feenstra in the Corvette in P8. Then we've got Bartosz Binchik in the Ferrari 488 GT P9, Johan van Duren in P10, another Porsche there, Bench Horvath, apologies, in P11, and Keith Hamsoff in P12, Rafael de Souza P13, Mustafa Bathuan and Buran in P14, Luca Mengini, good qualifying from him, P15, Zoltan Varkonyi in P16 as well, not bad at all, Emilio Castro Balea in P17, Adam Schattler 18, Ian Navarro 19, and Zoltan Toth a bit lower down than I'd expect him in P20, but I'm sure we'll be seeing some more race pace from him today. Tom Chassing in P21, Jonas Kaufmann 22nd, Levante Vascan 23rd, Ferenczi in at 24th. These are a very diverse field of cars here at Kyalami. Then we've got Joachim Loisen in 25th, Alex Moore 26th, Roy Ton at 27th, Jack Giordamena in P28 in the Ferrari. Then at the back of the grid, Radim Krenek in P29, Hakan Kane in P30, and Dominic Perucci rounding out the field. 31 cars here today. It's certainly a stacked grid, and it should be an exciting racing. We can see here we are on the formation lap at the moment. Varkonyi leading the way. It looks like there was a bit of a glitch with our timing screens. Apologies for that. Varkonyi is on the pole. It was not Darius Andre. Apologies for that, but it wouldn't be a sim racing broadcast without a few troubles, would it? Just coming into the back end of the circuit now, as we wait for the green flag to drop. And up the hill we go. It's a very unique circuit, is Kyalami. Lots of high-speed corners, lots of undulation. Should be interesting to see how these GTs handle it. Should be lining up double file very shortly. Let's come around into the back end of the circuit, down into Mineshaft. Yep, we can see here the cars now lining up. Obviously, this is just a special one-off event in the run-up to the Ace Racing League Endurance Series, Season 3 of the Endurance Series, and it should be a fun one indeed. Got a very, very exciting grid on our hands, and lots of exciting races. Should be one hell of a season. Zoltan Varkonyi leading the pack around to the final course at Ingve. One corner to go until the green flag. Rounding the final corner now, just waiting for the call to go. And I can see now coming to the start finish line, Zoltan Varkonyi will be the man who will lead them away from the start of the grid. And the green flag has dropped. We are underway here at Kyalami. It's a great start from Varkonyi, flying away into the kink from Andre in P2. He's going to hold that lead down into T2, it would seem. No, Andre's going to have a look down the inside. That's a very aggressive move early on from the BMW. A bit of contact between the pair into Cawthorn. Now into Juxai Sweep. And into Barbecue as well. Darius Andre's going to have another look down the... Oh, and there's big contact between the pair of them. Round goes Andre on the inside. Looks like he's managed to get it back going again. Not too much damage, hopefully, but he falls back down into 5th position. And that allows Varkonyi to have a bit of a lead in front of him. Here we are on board with Andre. Just slight contact between the pair, and that once that pendulum effect is going, around he went. Couldn't do anything. Oh, and he's going to go up the inside again. He's going to try and make it 3 wide and bounces right off the inside. Darius Andre clearly thinks we're playing touring cars here today. Some super aggressive stuff. Up into P3 though, double overtake. Great stuff from Darius Andre. It's only lap 1, calm down. Wow! Surely not, that's a huge dive. Oh, there's a safety car out. That would explain it. That would explain a lot. He's I'm not quite sure if he's got that position, but he's dived down the inside. It appears there's a safety car out, which we weren't aware of. Oh, and there's a red flag out. So we've got a red flag here at Kyalami. The drama on the first lap. We'll be seeing these drivers come in and stop on the start-finish line, I presume. So not entirely sure what's happened here. The red flag at Kyalami. Perhaps a server-related issue. I can't see any incidents out on track. And half the drivers coming through this, there will be a server restart. So it is a server-related issue. None of the drivers stopping. Now they are. And they're all piling in, but there will be a server restart, so none of this will matter in a few seconds with all the damage. A couple of the drivers having a bit of fun, it would seem. Playing some Demolition Derby. But here's the man who looks like early on he's got the pace. Darius Andre. Obviously he was vying for the lead within about a few corners. Had that spin and then found himself back in P3. Very quickly indeed. Ladies, gentlemen, and others, welcome back to the, well, it's now the 80 minutes of Kyalami. Apologies, we did have some server troubles, but all should be okay now. We're just forming up on the grid, waiting to get going again. Unfortunately, the race has been shortened by 10 minutes, so we're going to get robbed of 10 minutes of fun here. But that shouldn't take away from the action here at the Ace Racing League. Obviously, this special one-off event just before the third season of the ARL Endurance Series gets underway. And we're just lining up on the grid. Zoltan Vakoni is on the pole this time with Darius Andre P2, Emilio Castro Bella P3, Adam Shatlin P4. Great qualifying from him. Then moving further down the grid in P5, Ian Navarro, Mate Varga in P6, Tom Chaston P7, and Zoltan Toth P8 in the Corvette, which is good to see. A healthy number of Corvettes on the field. P9, Andrei Marakak, P10, Jonas Kaufmann, Bartosz Binczek is 11th, and Levante Vaskin is P12. Sugor Ferenci is P13, Yanis Orzechowski, apologies, P14, Joachim Levison is 15th, Alex Moore is in 16th again in the Corvette, and 17th is Alex Heinen in the Aston, 18th is Toyn Lawyer, Roy Tonner 19th, and Johan Van Doren rounds out the top 20 here at Kyalami. Moving further on, we've got Bent Horvath in 21st, Jan Feenstra in 22nd, Erdink Bahar in 23rd, Radim Kredek in 24th as they begin the second formation lap. And then in 25th, we've got Hakan Kane, 26th, Rafael de Souza, 27th, Mustafa Baku Buran, and 28th, Dominic Perucci. And then rounding out the grid, Luca Mangini in P29, Jack Giordmana in 30th, and Keith Hemshoff rounding out the grid in P31. 31 cars here at Kyalami. It should be an immense race on our hands. Hopefully this time we won't have any server issues or safety car glitches, as they're never enjoyable. Valkonia leads the way in this warm-up lap. Ferrari was looking very tasty, but so was this BMW. Darius Andre was looking super aggressive, super fast. I mean, we know he's an aggressive driver anyway, but he was looking incredibly quick on that first lap for about the 3/4 of a lap we had. But he's definitely one to watch out for. Maybe he'll try not to spin out this time. Maybe he's learned his lesson. When he's got a second chance, I'm sure that he's going to take it. Not long left to go now until the start of the race. Valkonia leading them to the grid, to the start of what is now the 80 minutes of Kyalami. Coming through the Crocodiles into Cheetah, and in the last corner, Ingve. And that very long, very lonely run up the start-finish straight and into the Kink and Crawthorne to start the race for the second time, and hopefully the last time. Coming around the final corner comes Valkonia. This will be the race start. You can see there, single file up to the line. Here we go for the second time. The green flag has dropped and we are underway again here at Kyalami. It's another great start from Valkonia. Andre can't do anything behind. Oh, and there's going to be a position change behind. Like a Schlatt is going to try and get Castro Ballet up the inside into turn one. Bit of a lockup from Andrea. No, he's going to have to concede the position for the time being. We've got a Porsche 3, 4, 5 as it stands. Valkonia still holds lead. Andre not going to dive this time. That's smart if you ask me. These two already bolting off into the distance here. Into the right-hander. Look how much curb Andre's running. Super aggressive over the dirt there. These two look like they're going to be the class of the field today. Even this early on, it's clear to see. There's 1.7 seconds between Andre and Castro Balea already. And we've had about half a lap of racing. Incredible stuff from these front two. Coming now round into the back section of the circuit. Into T10, the Loikop hairpin. On the run now down to Mineshaft. Very tricky corner. Don't get the power down too early. Andre suffering from the lack of straight line speed that BMW has. Looks like it's going to be a clean first lap here. It's always good to see. Ooh, big slide there on the entry from Andre. Wobbling all over the place. Coming through into the final corners through Cheetah. And in to Ingve. Looks like Varconi, even apologies, is going to lead the first lap here at Kyalami. And sets the fastest lap of the race in the process. There's some big battles going on behind. Here we can see a Toff, Varga and Chassing all having a go at each other. Oh, and there goes Chassing looking to make the move on Varga. Can't quite do it. And he can get overtaken himself here. Varga looking to make the move. Well, Marrakech, apologies, looking to make the move. Porsche just don't look like they've got a lot of pace here today. Looks like it's a Ferrari and BMW line, which is very much a surprise to say. The BMWs are usually not particularly quick at circuits like this. Oh, Chassing having a look there. Doesn't quite go for it though. Another BMW driver looking to be quite aggressive today. Going up to the back end of the circuit now. On board with Marrakech's Porsche. Oh, very wide there, very wide. That's going to allow that Ferrari to sneak through on the inside. The car behind. Yeah, there goes Binchik through on Kaufman, who just followed Marrakech through. Still side by side through the left-hander on the run to Cheetah. Superb stuff from both these guys. Through the crocodiles and into Cheetah now. Lovely move by Binchik. Saw the opportunity up the inside. And through he went. Great stuff here. Ooh, and a bit of a fight back on Kaufman again. Potentially. As Varconi said to new fastest lap of the race. He's got 1.3 seconds to Andre already. On board with Ferenczi, who's looking to try and get past Vazkin as it stands into T1. He's going to go for the dive? No. Backs out of it for the time being. Lock up there from Kaufman in front. That's going to allow Vazkin to have a look. Could also potentially allow Ferenczi to get involved in this battle as well. Again, a lot of dust being kicked up from the drivers in front. Ferenczi having a look to the inside. This surely must be a move. No, still can't quite get it. Backs out again. These two locked in a battle very early on in this race. They're still pushing each other. This is phenomenal stuff. Ferenczi looks like he's got the pace, but you can't see the way through at the moment. We'll try to dive into the hairpin. No, a little bit too far back this time round. Well, been a superb opening few laps here at Kyalami. And Ferenczi looking to try and squeeze his way into P12. Just everybody kicking up so much dust. It's very, very dusty out there. Clearly, it's the car looking to dive up the inside, take it defensive. Ferenczi trying to go around the outside. Can't quite make the move done, but it was worth a shot for P12. 2 seconds now Varconi has, and there's a dive on Tom Chassing there. Tom Chassing, Bartosz Binchik looking to get involved as well, looking to make it 3 wide perhaps. With the BMW and the Porsche, the Aston can get involved in this as well. Tom Chassing's going to get how to dry. Marrakech gets through. Could also be Binchik getting through as well. And Kaufman in the Assetto is going to make it through and almost contact. He's going to try and squeeze up the middle. No, surely not. Backs out very sensibly. I thought we were going to have a huge crash on our hands there. Phenomenal stuff from all three of them. Kaufman very sensibly chose to back out of that battle. And order is restored for the time being. Chasing 9th, Binchek 10th, Kaufman 11th. Looks like Binchek's got the pace at the moment. Chasing really struggling on the race pace, and it seems. Oh, there's going to be a dive from Kaufman up the inside of Binchek. What a move down the inside, easy as you like. Super late on the brakes, super late on the flicked out. Give the dummy. And Binchek could be under attack as well from behind. Through goes Kaufman. Oh no, Binchek's got to fight back now. Up the inside. Oh, and a big wobble there from Kaufman. This is almost a 5-way battle, having it through the crocodiles and into Cheetah. Coming into the last corner, that could have been disaster. Kaufman back down to P11. Binchek gets through. Back on chasing, Chasing. Renchi looking to maybe capitalise on the mistakes ahead as well. With Vasquez there. Oh, Zachowski's going to get overtaken here as well. Going super defensive on the BMW. No, the BMW's going to squeeze through on the inside. There goes Toyn Lawyer. Great stuff. Locking up the front left a little bit for good measure, but squeezes through. Turn 1, it seems to be the action zone here at Kyalami. Now, Toyn Lawyer holding position now, looking ahead on the run into Sunset and through to Clubhouse. Great stuff there from Toyn Lawyer. Kaufman looking like he's looking to try and make some places up again. Binchek got him last time, but I think Kaufman is willing to try and fight his way through. Varkonyi still has 2 seconds to Andre, who's got 5 seconds. Well, 3 seconds even, should I say, to Castro Ballo behind. Those top two really have bolted into the distance. The yellow flag out in Sector 2 goes as quickly as it arrived. Here's Marakak looking to overtake Varga for P7. We have a look into Ingve. No, decides not to. He might get a really good run out of this corner though. Chasing is well behind. No, looks a little bit too far back. He's on board with Marakak. And he's definitely got a run. He's going to dive to the inside. Here he goes into turn 2. On the brakes, side by side. This is going to be phenomenal stuff. Looks like, no, still side by side through Crawthorne. And actually, Varga's going to be able to sweep back ahead. Marakak's now going to have to defend from Tom Chasing on the run into Sunset. And what could have been P7 could turn into P9 very shortly for Marakak. Another yellow flag out. This midfield battle is super enticing. It's great to see this early into the race as well. It's only been 10 minutes as well. Phenomenal stuff here at Kyalami in the Ace Racing League. Matt still following Marakak into turn 10 hairpin. Lou Kopp. Apologies, my Afrikaans pronunciations are not the best. Still chasing down Varga, Chasing behind as well. Not far away. Oh, big lock up from Varga. Coming through into the Crocodiles. Into Cheetah now. Marakak is all over the back. Oh, no, he's had to drop back. He's had to press the brakes. That could allow Chasing to close up to the back of him now. Looks like Marakak's got the straight line speed at the moment. Obviously, the BMW not the quickest in the straight line by any means. And this battle just back and forwards, back and forwards. Looks like Binchek and Kaufman again still having a go at each other in this 5-way fight. Now Binchek's having a go on Chasing. On the run to Sunset now again. Oh, going to be a bit of a poke from Kaufman. Up the inside of Binchek is not going to be able to get it done. You get the switch back into the next corner. Neck and neck between Binchek and Kaufman. Ferrari versus Aston Martin. Will he be able to try the dive into Loikop? No. Looks like Binchek's going to go super defensive on the inside. Get the switch back done maybe. Looks like we're going to be holding station for the time being. That was a big opportunity for Kaufman though. Looking to the outside, now that's a big lock up from the cars ahead. Looks like Matt Varga's got through Marrakech. Looks like they were side by side. And a big lock up from Marrakech has let Varga back through. And there goes Varga into the distance, potentially. Oh no, that's chasing round! That is Tom chasing around from that battle down into P24. Goes the BMW. Oh, what a shame for Tom Chassing. Looks like Luca Mangini is already DNF'd from this race. But Tom Chassing now has it all cut out for him to do. 1 hour and 9 minutes remaining in this race. What a shame for Tom Chassing. Back though to the battle on hand, it's Kaufman versus Binchek. A lot of dust being kicked up by Marrakech in front. I don't know if there's Binchek in front even. It looks like it's Ferenczi versus Kaufman, and Ferenci's got to run up the outside. Surely not into Loikop. No, he's going to try and get a switchback though. Pokes his nose. Bit of a wobble on the exit. Battles wherever you turn here at Kyalami. Oh, and that's a dive by Castillo Bela on Andre. Andre must have dropped back a long way. Must have made a big mistake. And Castro Bela is now all over the back of him. He did have about a 5-second advantage a few laps ago. Castro Bela looking for a way through. It's Porsche versus BMW. They've got some company behind them as well. Flashing his lights. He wants to go. Oh, that's a big move up the inside. This would be a phenomenal overtake into Sunset if he can get it done. Side by side through the... Oh, bit of contact between the pair of them through Sunset. Still neck and neck. Andrew's going to have the inside line into the next corner. More contact between the pair. This could allow Navarro to squeeze up the inside of both of them. There goes Navarro into P3. And Castro Bala falls down the order. Now it's all on Navarro's shoulder. And it looks like Shatler's going to get through Castro Bala as well. Indeed he does. Oh, it looks like Toth getting involved. And Castro Bala. Oh dear, he's just, it's not going his way. He is on board with Toth in the Corvette. Looking for a way past. Oh, and there's a half spin there. Is that, that's Navarro going round. There goes Navarro on the left-hand side of the onboard. Round he went. Just a half spin it looked like. Unfortunate for him, down to P6 he falls. And that, well, Navarro, now he's got a lot of work cut out for him as well. Back with Toth now. Holding station for the time being. Round into Sunset. Toth just patiently biding his time. He knows that there's still plenty of time to get this overtake done. And still a lot of dust just being kicked up. It's obviously a bit of a dusty day in South Africa today. Obviously rFactor 2 usually providing us with a good spectacle. These are these GTE cars. Obviously the official GTE cars, part of the DLC you can get as we ride around with Bincheck again. Yeah, GTE cars always good action in this category, no matter what track, what time of day, what race it is. There's always good battling, and we're seeing that here today. Some great stuff, and it's only been 15 minutes. My goodness, we've still got an hour and 5 to go here at Kyalami in the Ace Racing League one-off event. What was the 90 minutes of Kyalami, now the 80 minutes of Kyalami. Oh, and there's a bit of a contact there in the background, I think, between Kaufman. Oh, yes! That's Kaufman in the wall! Kaufman in the wall in the background. I'm not quite sure what happened. I think there was some contact between Ferenczi and Kaufman. And the Aston goes tumbling down the order. Not entirely sure what's happened there. Alex Heinen manages to squeeze through in the other Aston Martin. I was just speaking to Alex, and he asked me to not include him on the screen too much for the commentators' curse. But oh no, and there goes Marek! Varga gets through, as does Bincheck. Marek just riding the car. Well, and there goes round the inside as well. Goes the Corvette. I'm baffled. That's Tom. That's Toyn Lawyer as well, getting involved in the background. He's had a rapid rise through the field. But what was Marek doing? He was just riding the curb at a place you don't ride the curb. Round he went. Once that thing started going, there was no stopping it. On board with Lawyer in the BMW. It's good to see a lot of BMWs out in the grid today. The M8 GTE. Oh, and another lockup there for Marek. Oh dear, he's not had a good lap, has he? More dust being kicked up. You can see hardly anything from the onboard with the amount of particles in the air. Oh, and another big lockup for Marek. This is going to allow Lloyd to squeeze down the inside. Contact between the pair of them. Lawyer in the BMW will not have as much straight line speed as that Porsche. So he's going to need to be super aggressive on the brakes if he wants to get the move done into T2. Through the kink they go. Definitely looking up the inside on the brakes. There's a big look up in front. There goes Toyn Lawyer up the inside. A bit of touching between the pair of them. Great move from Toyn Lawyer. And there here we are. Here goes Orzechowski trying to go up the inside of Marek. Can't quite get it done. Orzechowski's going to have to go on the defense from Vaskun. Almost squeezing him into the wall, into Sunset, side by side. And looks like Vaskun's going to have to back out. Will he have a dive into the next left-hander though? No, he has a look, but can't quite make it done. It's all chaos here at Kyalami. And as it stands, looking at the lead, my oh my, Marconi, he's got that lead locked up tighter than Azkaban. Use a Harry Potter reference. And now flying down into the last end of the circuit, into Mineshaft and the Crocodiles. Still riding with Varga as it stands. This midfield battle was absolutely tantalising, it must be said. Varga holding position for now, looking to try and get through Bincheck, can't quite do it. He's on board with Ferenczi. This new Corvette definitely causing some waves. Definitely not close enough for him into the first corner, decides not to go for it. Yeah, the new Corvette definitely causing waves in the rFactor 2 community. They head through the left-hander now. And they're on the run into Sunset. Songor Ferenci, one of the sole Corvette drivers out there. Now the left-hander of Clubhouse. Here is the other runner of the Corvette in the top 10, Zoltan Toth. He's done a great job so far. He's currently trying to chase down some Porsches and the train of Porsches in front of him that make up 3, 4 and 5 in the group respectively. Oh, and there's a car off on the side of the road there. Not entirely sure who that was, just a Porsche off. Perhaps just getting out of the way, it seems. Binchek still fighting his way around in P7 at the moment. And Ferrari looking quite comfortable. He's put in a good stint so far. He's just getting along. Marikak as well, also looking pretty comfortable at the wheel of that Porsche. And he's got a run now on Toyn Lawyer in front. Here we go. Could be having a dive up into T2. No, he has a look. Oh, Lawyer looks up though. Doesn't allow Marikak through on the inside. So Lawyer's going to hold the position. 1 hour to go here at Kyalami. 20 minutes into this race. 2 cars running off in front of them. Another car off. That's the car we just saw off to the inside. Just letting the cars through for the blue flags, obviously. And Lawyer now on the attack. This is all for P9. Obviously no points available here. This is a one-off event, but it's all for pride and glory, really. So the top 10 doesn't really exist. But you'd rather have P9 than P10, wouldn't you? Looks a lot nicer on a CV, that's for sure. Coming into Incop. Or Loicop even, apologies. And on the run now, down into Mineshaft. Lawyer. Lawyer, really, that straight line speed struggling from the BMW. Marikak's going to have a look. Oh, the inside, big contact between the pair of them. Round goes Marikak, manages to just about keep it pointing in a straight line. I think, oh, what a shame for Marikak. That was, he was running so well. Down to P12 he goes. Just too deep. Well, here's Adam Schattler going up to P4, it would appear. Dario Sandra as well ahead's fighting. This could allow the Corvette behind to get involved in this one. And Schattler could be always having to squeeze out Navarro. Toth's going to get around the outside, potentially into Sunset. Very, very close indeed. Oh, and that's very wide from Navarro, who's going to have a look down the inside. Oh, and there goes Toth, and on this contact, round goes Navarro onto the grass. Could have been a huge accident. Ian Navarro, some great control off the road. Right, just a rally crossing a bit there. Comes back on, down to P6. Still in this fight. Zoltan Toth will take P5. Still a long way between these guys and the 3 in front though, or the 2 in front and then the 1 in front of them. Marconi, a 14-second lead over Darius Andre. That is quite some gap indeed. My oh my. Toth now under pressure. Having to go defensive. Coming into Cheetah. What a big lock up on the inside, but Navarro breaks too late. A 4 DNS from this race already. Perucci, Horvath, Bathuan, Baran, and Mengini, all Porsches. Marikak's going to be too far back to have a look this time around. gonna maybe just try and get some good runs, some good lines out of these next few corners to maybe have a look on Toynloyer. That BMW we know is not particularly quick in a straight line. No fault of Toynloyer or the setup, that's just the nature of the car. On the run now into the back end of the circuit, the hairpin of turn 10 into Loikop. Marek potentially look at 2 puffs of blue smoke from Loy's front wheels. He's going to be running on square tyres at the end of this stint. Chill out, Toyn. And Marek very close now, having a look down the inside into Mineshaft. Should have the move done into P11. Still got the right-hander, though, to deal with. Lawyer squeezes back through at the Crocodiles. Ooh, almost contact between the pair of them. And there goes Marek. Oh, and there is contact between the pair of them. Big shot from Toynloyer. He does think he's in touring cars, pushing his way through. And back into P11. Marek, I think, is not going to be happy with this one at all. We'll have the run down into T1 and 2, though. Through T1, the kick. Here goes Marek. Will he have a look up the inside? He's going to pull out. No. Just a little too far back. Marek still trying to look for a way through. Can't quite make the move done. Sunset's going to be, looks like it may be his last opportunity this lap if he can't get through here. No, and looks like Toynloyer is going. Ooh, Toynloyer runs very wide on the XF Sunset. But looks like Marek is going to hold P12 for now. Can't quite find a way through. And we will just head off quickly for a short ad break as Lawyer runs wide again. My oh my, he's really pulling out all the stops. But yes, we're just going to head off for a quick ad break here on the Ace Racing League channel. We'll be back with you shortly for the rest of the action here at Kyalami. Apologies, we seem to be having some technical issues with our adverts. You just saw there Toynloyer going spinning across the front of Marek, coming through. Oh, and that's a retirement there. Back into the pits, I think. Who is that in the pits? Is that Toynloyer? No, surely not. That is Toynloyer. He's retired from the race. I don't believe this. We see him spinning across the front of Marek in Cheetah. And then he just did it. Maybe there was big contact with the wall. We don't know. But out of the race goes Toynloyer. What a shame. 53 minutes left on the clock. On board with Adam Shatler now. Chasing down Darius Andre, who's fallen well back. Oh my goodness. Darius Andre was in P2 early. He finds himself down in P5 now. I think there may have been a spin there for Darius Andre. Or maybe a pit stop or something like that. And he's really struggling. Look how much he's wobbling. Those tyres are not happy at all. And a big lock-up as well. The BMWs are suffering from a lot of bad luck at the moment. Gatler just a bit too far back to have a go into the last few corners. If he gets a good run out of these, he can definitely have a look into turn 2. Andre running so much on the grass. Really aggressive lines, and into the pits comes Darius, and into the pits comes Navarro as well. Here we go, battle of the pit stops. It looks like Andre may have had an accident then if he's coming in for damage. Oh, Shatler came in, apologies, not Navarro. In change of tyres. Here's Orzechowski looking for a way past Varga into P7. Oh, and there's a late dive. Very late under the brakes, squeezes through on the inside. Great move by Orzechowski. Up into P7 goes the Aston Martin. Fantastic stuff super late on the brakes, up the inside into T2. Just, Varga did not see that one coming at all and couldn't do anything about it. He first saw that Aston Martin when he was alongside him. Incredible stuff from Wojciechowski, P7, leading the Aston charge. Great stuff to watch. Chasing down Ferenczi now in P6. Varconi now has a 17-second lead. About 50 minutes to go here. Still following on Heinen now. Apologies, look at in the same livery, in the same car, but obviously different people. Alex Heinen fighting for P10 with Moore. Again, if he can get a good run through these last 2 corners, he can definitely challenge Moore into the first corner. Kaufman behind him as well. Another quick drive we've seen a lot of today. There could be moves happening here, so keep your eyes peeled. Coming through into the last section. Through Cheetah. And into Inkop. Or Ingve even, apologies. Keep getting Loikop and Ingve mixed up. This is Ingve. Out of the corner comes Heinen. And looks like a run is not going to be there. Moore's creeping away down the straight. Into T2 they go. Hard on the brakes. It's been a very clean race today, it must be said. I've been enjoying the lack of accident, shall we say. Typically you see in in rFactor 2 races, it's very typical that you see just some monumental crashes, especially early on into the race. But we've not seen that today. It's been very, very clean for the most part, which is good to see. Here is Varga, Marakek even, trying to look away past Varga, who's trying to look away past Wojciechowski. Wojciechowski looks like he's dropped back. The 2 Porsches trying desperately to catch up to the Aston in front. Oh, that's really wide from Marakak. That's not going to help him into the last few corners. Onto Mineshaft now they go. Will there be a diamond at the end of this tunnel for Marakak? We'll just have to see. Hard on the brake into Crocodile. No, looks like he's not going to be able to get it done for the moment. Into Cheetah and into the Ingve, the last corner here at Kyalami. Oh, big block up, and Marakak as well overshoots his braking. And it looks like that Marakak may have a run into T2. Varga's already going defensive. He's going to have to pull to the outside. Draws alongside. Can he get the switchback done? Or can he hang it around the outside? No, he cannot. Marakak has to fall back into PA for the time being. But that was a good evidence that he's got the pace here today to be competitive. And while these two are fighting, Wojciechowski's just pulling away into the distance. Which I think he's looking in his mirror going, oh yes, I'll be having some of that. Marakak still chasing down Varga. See the live speeds there. Pretty much bang on. Marakak is still trying to find a way through Varga. Varga runs wide. Here there, coming through Loikop. And run down into Mineshaft. He's going to have a look into Cheetahs, but can't quite get it done. No, apologies, this isn't Cheetahs, this is Crocodiles. This is Cheetah. And he's definitely not going to have a look through that flat-out right-hand kink. And again into last corner, just a bit too late on the brakes from Marakak. But he's a bit of a wobble on the exit as well. Everything is trying, just cannot seem to make it working. Out of the pits comes another Porsche. And he's going to have another look down the outside. Is Marakak? No, can't get it on. This time I'm going to get the switch back on though. No, can't quite get close enough. Still neck and neck. Into sunset now. Here he goes up the inside. This could be it. He's going to slide out into Varga. The Varga's still holding it round the outside. He'll have the inside into the left-hander. Oh, big one from Varga there. Side by side, they carry on. And it looks like Varga's going to hold the position. My, oh my, great stuff from mate Varga there. Darius Andres, it's a new fastest lap of the race. Wow, phenomenal defending from mate Varga there. Great stuff. Manages to hold on to P7 side by side with Marrakech through 2 corners. There is Darius Andre on fresh rubber, it would appear. Volkonyi, 25.476 second lead. That is sizable. Oh, and here we see Navarro trying to have a go on Toth up the inside into T2. Toth locked up, and he's going to lose out as well, potentially. Still there, though. He'll have the outside into the next section. Will he be able to sweep through? Oh, he's just going to hold on to the position, but will Navarro have a look into sunset? I'm not too sure he will be able to. No, he's going to stick behind Toth for the time being. This battle for P2 still raging. Navarro, ooh, big wobble behind there as well for Castro Balea. Navarro still desperately looking for a way through. Just can't quite get the move done into Loikop. Turns 10 and 11, the hairpin. And looks like that's the Porsche pulling off to the inside there. More back marker traffic getting out the way, which was great to see. Good sportsmanship. Oh, just as I say, good sportsmanship. That's a touch and a half from Navarro. Pushes Toth out very wide. And yeah, looks like he's not taking advantage of that. So again, some good sportsmanship still on display here, as always in Ace Racing League. As I was just saying, you know, you see people getting out the way for blue flag. You see there, he didn't take that opportunity. He let Toth keep that position. He knew he was in the wrong. Good stuff there from Navarro and Toth. This battle back and forth, it burns. Oh, what a huge lock-up from Toth there. That's going to make his tyres a bit more square than normal. Now, Navarro has a chance maybe to look up the inside as Toth locks up again, and he does have a look. Toth, though, still holding the position for now, maybe into sunset. If he's feeling brave, no, Navarro backs out of that one quite sensibly, in my opinion. Toth just trying desperately to hold on. Oh, another big lock-up. Almost halfway through this 80 minutes of Kyalami. He's on board with Orzechowski in the Aston Martin, trying to find his way through Castrobello. Wow, 2.5 seconds faster on his last lap. That is some lap indeed from Orzechowski. Still just pounding in the laps though. Ooh, he's going to have a look at the inside into Crocodiles. That'd be a brave move. And we've seen that not pay off several times there, and he doesn't actually make the move done, but that would have been phenomenal if he'd have got it off. Castro Balea still holding position. There's a Ferrari parked on the inside of the curb there. Hopefully gets out of the way very shortly. And Toth in the pits now. Back on board with Orzechowski. Will he have a look on the inside of Castro Balea? He definitely does. Going for a late dive. Maybe a bit of contact between the pair. Orzechowski still neck and neck, but no. Balea managed to stay ahead. Orzechowski though with the switch back into the left hander. No. Just to... Oh, that's very wide from Castro Balea. This is going to allow Orzechowski to sweep round on the straight. Finally gets it done. Through goes Orzechowski. Into P4 goes the Aston. Great stuff there from the Aston driver, who's been on the up the entire race. He's been pushing his way through. And finally, he finds himself in P4. Mate Varga and Andrej Marikak still neck and neck between these two Porsches. Just as I say that, almost contact between the pair through the left-hander. On the run now into turn 10 11, the hairpins at Loikop. Oh, and Marikak's maybe having a big lock-up from Varga as well. That's going to allow Marikak to definitely poke his nose, but on the throttle too early, and the curbs again. Just a bit aggressive for these drivers, it would appear. Or Marikak maybe having a look again into Crocodiles. No. Holding position for the time being. Varga doing everything in his power to keep that other Porsche behind him. Into Yngve, the last corner. And out of Yngve, the last corner. Down the main straight. Who's got the run? I believe it's going to be Marikak with a slightly better run in. Yes, he's got the slipstream as well into the kink at turn 1. On the run to turn 2. He's going to dive down the inside already. He's going to draw side by side into the corner. On the brakes, Varga locks up. Oh, and there goes Marikak through. But maybe not quite, because Varga's going to try and fight back on the inside. But Marikak will shut that door very firmly in his face. But no, Varga's still trying to fight back. Tries to look up the inside, can't quite get it done. Will he have a nose into sunset? I don't think he will. Marikak into P5. Great stuff from both these Porsches. And Marikak finally gets through. We are seeing the pit stop window wide open here as well. Varconi now has a 30-second lead to Navarro in P2. What a drive he's having out there. Varga now, maybe just feeling the struggle. Here's Jan Feenstra chasing down Tom Chassing, who's himself has put on some good chasing earlier on, but now he is the one being chased, is Chassing. Feenstra in that Corvette looks to have the pace advantage at the moment. The BMW just desperately trying to scrabble its way around. Still not side by side, but at length by length, shall we say. The distance between these two is staying very even indeed. When a lot of dust been kicked up there. I think that was Kaufman. Yes, it was Kaufman and Ton. Kaufman diving into the pits, as we see there in the background. Very wide from the Corvette of Feenstra. And in comes Kaufman for his pit stop. 4 tyres and fuel, please, I'm sure he's saying. Over on his rig. Chassing, I'm sure he's not quite having to defend yet. He's still got just that advantage, but I'm sure he's seeing Feenstra through his mirrors. He's just getting a little bit worried perhaps with the Corvette's pace, but not having to out and out defend just yet. Still driving his own race. He's doing a mega job in that BMW, it must be said. Coming through into the left-hander and out of the left-hander at Clubhouse. And into the S's now. On the run into Loikop. Feenstra just can't quite find the pace to see. There is your race leader, Zoltan Varconi. We've not seen a lot of him today because he's been in no man's land. There's been nothing going on, but he's pulling out of the pits now. And Navarro is going to inherit the lead just for a brief moment. But as Ferenci's going to get through as well, but Varconi is very much in the lead because these two still need to box 4 tyres. And there is Varconi out in P4. Balea fighting with some lap traffic there. And there is Darius Andre in the pit. Darius Andre's out of the race. Oh dear, we've got another retirement, and this time it's Darius Andre, who's doing so well. Oh, what a shame for Darius Andre. Oh, my heart goes out for that BMW driver who was second on the grid. And now he is out. What a shame. Alex Heinonen on his way out of the pits. He's been steadily climbing his way up the grid. Tom Chassis as well. Looks like he's been jumped by Heinonen in the pits, actually. So good stuff there from Heinonen. And Roy Tom still following Chassis. What a shame, though. What a shame for Darius Andre. And Valcogni already on the money. Chasing down Castro Balea for P3, even though he's already technically got the lead, as the three in front well, they haven't stopped yet. And just look at the pace advantage Valcogni has. He is so fast. My goodness me, that is some driving skill being displayed here today. It's alternate Valcogni. He's already trying to get the move done before turn 1 into the kink. My oh my, this is a phenomenal drive from the man in the Ferrari. Up the inside he goes, riding the curb and then some, and through he goes into P3 with the two in front still to pit. Valcogni really is in a class of his own at the moment today. Here is Adam Schattler, who's running very strongly earlier on. Not looking so much the same at the moment. Schattler still following into sunset now. 34 minutes and 13 seconds remaining here. What is now the 80 minutes of Kyalami, following the red flag early on. And it's been one hell of a race so far, it must be said. We've seen drama, crashes, retirements, strategy calls. It's been great stuff. And I'm sure we'll be seeing more of that as the Ace Racing League season proper gets underway. Not very far away either. Wait now for 8 hours of Silverstone to get underway. It should be a phenomenal season indeed, I'm sure. The 17th of April is the date for round 1, the 8 hours of Silverstone. Followed by the 4 hours of Sebring, 15th of May. The 4 hours of Spa-Francorchamps, the 19th of June. Then as well, the 24 hours of Daytona, the crown jewel in the ARL calendar. And then the 4 hours of the Nürburgring, not the Nordschleife, the GP circuit. The 8 hours of Portimao, which last year, the 4-hour race was phenomenal, so the 8-hour one should be even better. And then rounding off the season, the 12 hours of Le Mans. It is sure to be one hell of a season, so make sure you stay tuned in here. And keep your eye on the Ace Racing League YouTube channel for all of that to come this year. Mate Varga having a look down the outside of Alex Heinonen. Contact between the pair. Heinonen sends Varga well outside. He's going to hold the position for now. Varga's had a mixed bag of a race so far. He's found himself well up and then well down the order, now in the mid-pack. Fighting at the moment, P12. And now Varga might have to deal with some pressure from behind in the form of Chassis, fighting his way through. Here we are on board with the BMW, one of the only BMWs left in the race now. And on that subject, only 23 cars left. We've had a fair few retirements out of 31 entries. 8 cars not finishing this event so far. Shame Heinen and Vasken getting a bit feisty in front as Vasken has got past Varga. Heinen in that Aston putting up the defensive rate of his life in P11. Usually an Assetto Corsa driver is Alex. He's a very quick Assetto Corsa driver, but he's doing a good job out here today. Oh, that's a late dive from Chassing on Varga though. And it's going to be a great dive from Varga because Chassing is going to get into P12. Through goes the BMW and the Porsche continues to fall backwards. Oh dear me. Mate, Varga's... Mate, you're not having a good time, are you? But through goes Tom Chassing. Great move. He sets his sights forward once again. Ferenczi comes into the pits from second place. That leaves Navarro as the man in the lead, as one of the only front runners left to pit. Chassing is on a charge right now. He's already on the back of Vasken. Is he going to have a look into Lloyd Coppial? He does have a look. He is all over the back of the Porsche now. 30 minutes left in this race. Will he have a look into Crocodiles? I think it'd be quite brave if he did. He's going to have a go around the outside though. That's very brave. Bit of contact between the pair there. Chassing runs very wide. Vasken's going to hold it for the moment though. Almost contact through Ingve, the last corner. Chassing though. Still on the back. And Vasken now staying on the outside defensively. Locked up the front left there. Chassing can't get through this time. Almost contact between them as they head into the this next complex, the left-hander. And looks like Vasken's going to shut the door. And Chassing now has to regroup, recover himself. On the run now. Into the Estes. Still on board with Tom Chassing on the BMW. 28 minutes and 28 seconds left to go here. The ARL Special One-Off event here. Kyalami down the inside goes Chassing. Contact between the pair. And it's not going to come to fruition. And that's going to allow Varga to get involved as well. On the run down into Mineshaft. Oh, and almost contact. Chassing gets very sideways. Chassing goes round. Oh, and he collects Tom behind as well. Oh, dear me. Tom gets caught up in an accident there that was not his fault. Around goes Chassing. I think there was another car off the road in front as well. Chassing retires from the race. And another retirement. There goes Tom Chassing. One of the last guys in the BMW. Oh, what a shame. Varga, though, now has Vasken in his sights. He doesn't have to worry about Tom behind him anymore. And Varga looks like he's got some decent momentum going with him. Big lock-up from Vasken there into the left-hander who's going to run very wide. That's going to be a great run for Varga. Coming up around the outside into Sunset, neck and neck. Who's going to yield first? Looks like it's just going to be Varga who yields. Into Clubhouse now. He can't look back up the inside. It's not happening this time for Varga, but he's still there. Still battling. As always here at Kyalami. Coming into the left-hander, the hairpin. At Inkop. Loikop even. Apologies, I keep getting that corner name wrong. Here we see it, Leveson and Feenstra. Neck and neck, locked into battle for 16th. They're coming into Loikop as well, just behind the group we were just following. Feenstra, we've not seen a lot of him today. A driver I'd have expected more of, but you know, that's endurance racing. Sometimes things happen, and you can't control them. Maybe having a look into Crocodiles. No, big lock up from Leveson in front as well. He's going to run very wide out of Crocodiles. Here we go. That's going to allow Feenstra to close right up on the back of him. Into Cheetah. Even closer. Does he have a dive into Ingve? Leveson goes defensive on the inside. I assume a switchback move for Feenstra is in order. He's got to run now. When does he pull out? When does he make the move? On the run into T1, the King. Already, look, no, he's looking to the inside in the King. He's going to go around the outside in turn 2. And that's not going to happen. We've seen it not happen many times. And sure enough, hung out to dry at turn 2. Feenstra went the wrong way. Varga and Vazken still side by, or, well, neck and neck, locked in battle. Into the Esters now. More dirt being kicked off Vazken. That has just been the theme of the day. Is just the dust kicked up by these cars when they touch the grass. Coming now into Mineshaft. Varga going to try and pick his way through, perhaps. Can't quite get it done into Crocodiles. A good exit, a great exit from Varga though, sideways as well. All over the back of Vazken. He's going to have to lift off through Cheetah. And into Ingve. He's further back again. Vazken locks up. Vazken is going to hold the lead for this lap. Varga is still there though, and he's already pulling out. He's thinking about it anyway. Pulls out. Under braking into T2. Here we go. Up the inside goes Varga. Locks up though. Can he hold the position? Yes, it looks like he can. Up into P12 goes mate Varga. Great move. Vazken's going to have one last desperate look up the inside, but nothing's going to come of it. And it's actually going to allow Kaufman to sweep round the outside. Well, hopefully he can anyway. Oh, contact! Oh, no, contact! Oh, almost round, but Kaufman manages to save it. Varga goes round. Well, Vazken goes round even more. Oh, Kaufman, what a save! That was phenomenal from Kaufman. What a save. My, oh my, oh my. What a save from Kaufman. Here's Varkonyi, who's got past Navarro into the lead of this race. He goes. Here is Shatler now down in P6. Looking to try and bite his way into the top 5. I believe that's a Toth ahead of him. Oh, big locker from the Corvette. Shatler is not going to be able to capitalise on it for the moment though. This battle for 5th place, Toth, Shatler and Ferencic. That Porsche's in a Corvette sandwich. He's on the attack 1 minute, under attack the next. And Ferencic is going to have a look down the inside into Clubhouse. That's a late move. It could be a great move, but it's not going to be. Can't quite make it stick. Into the S as they go. Ferencic not quite able to pull that one off this time. But we know he's got the pace now. We know he's able to do so. Here's Alex Heinonen trying to break into the top 10. More in front of him has been silent all day. He's been languishing around the bottom end of the top 10. We've not even seen him on track. He's just been in his own little bubble. But Alex Heinonen is looking to come and spoil that bubble now. Get into the top 10, which would be a great result for the Aston driver. into the right-hander, and on the exit, looks like Heinonen can't do anything. Now coming out of Ingve on the exit. Can he get a run down into turn 2? Just have to see through the kink now. No, not close enough this time for Alex Heinonen. Oh, and that's who's that running very wide ahead of them. Someone running awfully wide off the road. Looks like it was lap traffic. Here goes Heinonen up the inside. Makes it stick. Wow, what a move from Heinonen. Just from miles back. Sends it up the inside and makes the corner as well. Alex Heinonen, take a bow, my son. That was a phenomenal move. And breaks into the top 10. And on that note, just after that, we're going to try and have one last ad break. Hopefully it works this time. Before we're back with the last 20 minutes here at Kyalami. And apologies, it looks like the advert is still not working. So we're going to stay with me. Just a quickly want to shout out to Robert on the streams. He's been doing a great job running the race and running the stream as well. 20 minutes remaining here at Kyalami. It's been one hell of a race so far. We're into the final few laps. Now, typically this is what is the longest segment of the race for these drivers. This is when it really gets tough. Oh, that's really wide from Alex Heinonen there. And Balea comes out of the pits. Heinonen almost in the wall, it appeared. But just as I was just trying to say, this is the toughest section of the race for these drivers. When you get into these last few minutes. Because when you're just driving, you know, when it's early on in the race, you're not thinking about how long's left. You just think about hitting your marks. But now suddenly, you know, you're tired, you're thinking about, you know, I don't know, you probably think about what's for dinner, you're bored maybe, you're hungry, you just want the race to be over, and time almost just comes to a standstill. These 20 minutes will be the longest 20 minutes of the race, I can assure you that. Alex Heinonen, though, is definitely having a good time at the moment. Up into P10, here he goes. And he is pulling away at some rate of knots from the Corvette behind him. Into Locott. More behind can just sit and stare as Heinonen pulls off into the distance. Well, Aston looking very, very comfortable indeed. Here we are on board with Emilio Castro-Ballet. Behind Orzechowski in the other Aston. Ballet has just come in for new tyres, so he's going to be on some very fresh rubber. Orzechowski's going to have a lot to deal with on his plate. Ballet probably going to have a look to the inside. Pulls out on the brakes super late. It's a dive and a half from Ballet, but he's going to get the move done through T2. And through goes the Porsche. Great move there by Emilio Castro-Ballet on Yanis Orzechowski. Through he goes. And up into P7. And he will leave behind the Aston now. There's a yellow flag out in Sector 2. Hopefully not a big accident. Heinonen moves up to P9. It would appear. It was an Aston 8-9. Obviously these guys are not teammates. And looks like it might possibly be Kaufman that's gone round, maybe. I don't know. It looks like there's definitely been a spin. And yep, looks like Kaufman's made a mistake somewhere. He's down in P13 now. Kaufman, who's had a very upsy down race. It's been a one curveball after another, but he's risen to the challenge well, and he's doing good out there at the moment. Here goes Ferenczi on Binchek. This is for P2. Up the inside goes the Corvette, and that was textbook maneuver. Ferenczi on Binchek, easy as you like. The Corvette up into P2. Lovely stuff there from Ferenczi. Binchek can almost do nothing as they fly into Sunset Bend. Not Sunset Bend, that's just Sunset. Sunset Bend's at Sebring. If you want a Sunset Bend, well, you'll have to tune in later this season. Come along. No, yeah, it should be an exciting race, it must be said. 15th of May, that's when you're getting your Sunset Bend action. Here's Varga and Schattler fighting for P11. Schattler, another driver who's been here, there and everywhere this race. He was running really well early on, now down in P11. You can see on the left just the list of retirements. So many cars out of this race, a lot of Porsches as well. Oh, it looks like Moore's got past Heinemann again as well, so still late drama. Varga and Schattler though, still fighting it out for P11 and 12. That's a bit wide from Schattler through Crocodiles. That's going to allow Varga to draw side by side. He's going to have to back off into Cheetah though, because that's not a place where you can make a move without an accident occurring. Big locker from Schattler again. Varga's going to already be side by side. Big wobble on the exit of Ingve though. It looks like Schattler got the run as a result of that wobble. Can Varga dive on the brakes this time? He's certainly trying to. Can't get it done. All wide from Schattler. And Varga's going to squeeze by, I think, on the outside. Through into the inside. And there goes Varga into P11. 14 minutes left here at Kyalami. Schattler just, the pressure finally got to him. Wide he ran at turn 2. Varga goes through. And not long left to go in this race now. Marconi has a 40-second lead over Ferenczi, who himself has about a second on Binchek behind. Schattler, what a shame for him. He's been running reasonably well today, and he's got Kaufman coming in as well behind. This could be more battles on our hands here for P12. Coming through Crocodile and into Cheetah now. This is not a section of track that you are... Ooh, big lock-up for Schattler. Big lock-up. Schattler's just been out. Yeah, Schattler's just been making those front tyres rectangles, it would appear. Flying through now. And here comes Kaufman. Has a look, can't quite get it done for the time being. Kaufman, though, on Schattler, can definitely try and force his way through. That Aston has been pretty strong today. And I don't think he's going to just kind of give up on a position this easily. Kaufman trying to force his way by. He just can't get close enough to Schattler in P12. He's running wide there as well through Turns 10 and 11, the hairpin over at Loikop. Just struggling. He's trying to try and have a look down the outside around Mineshaft. That's brave. Coming through the right-hander. And now into Cheetah. Super narrow section, the narrowest part of the track. Now on the run. Back down into T1 and 2. Still on board with Kaufman here. Oh, he's going very late on the brakes. Could be contact between here and Shetland. There is contact. Looks like Kaufman, though, is going to squeeze by. Just a bit of a bumper run, letting him know, sorry, I'm here, but I'm taking this position, says Kaufman. Apologies, I've just dropped my microphone off my desk. And through goes Kaufman up into P12 there. And he's got Varga to chase down now for P10. There's still time to do so. 22 cars remaining here of the 31 we had at the start of this race. Excuse me. Lots of retirements, which is a shame, but we've also had a lot of action on our hands. Heinonen at the moment in P10. He's fallen back from more. Maybe his tyres have gone off. 10 minutes on the clock. Here's Navarro trying desperately to chase down Marikak. These two have been locked together the entire race. They've always been near each other. This group of 3 Porsches, Castro, Balea, Marikak, Navarro, the troublesome trio, almost. So close have they been for all 70 minutes that we've had so far today. Navarro still trying to look for a way through. He's almost getting desperate. It is late in the race and he wants to better his position even though he's in the top 10. Coming through Sunset and into Clubhouse now. Trying to fight his way through. That's wide from Marikak in front of him. This could be the opportunity into Loikop. He's going to have a look up the inside. There's a lock up from Toth in front. And there goes Navarro. And off goes Marikak. And I think he wanted to get the position quite easily. That was quite easy. Marikak off the road. Navarro goes through. Into P6. 8 minutes remaining here. Just a few laps to go. While Konyi has basically had this one in the bag since about lap 5. And he's still leading. It's been a dominant performance from him, but it's also been a great performance from these 3 guys that we're seeing at the moment in Toth, Balea and Navarro. Oh, and here we are on board with Balea, looking to the inside of Toth, and he's squeezing through because Toth runs super wide on the entry to T2. Through goes Balea. Toth can do nothing. I think he just locked up or even caught the curb on the brakes, and it just hooked him wide. And Balea fires himself up into P4. And that is not a bad position to finish this race in at all if he manages to hold it. I don't think he'll be able to chase down Binchek for P3 with the time left. Unless he starts pulling some voodoo stuff and goes about 3 seconds a lap faster than anybody else. But I doubt we will. But P4 is not bad at all. We can see Binchek in front, but I just don't think it's close enough with the 7 minutes we have remaining here at Kyalami. Obviously what was supposed to be a 90-minute race cut down to 80 minutes following server issues at the start and a red flag. But it wouldn't be a league race without issues, would it? Such as the way with sim racing. Balea has done a great job out there today, it must be said. big wobble there from Balea on the exit of Ingve. I'm not sure if he was showing off or that was just a bit too early on the throttle, perhaps. Navarro as well is going to have a go on Toth this time. Will he pull off a similar manoeuvre? No. Oh, huge lockup from Toth. I would not want to be him right now. His hands will be getting shaken about like nothing has before with those vibrations from the flat spots. We have a look up the inside into Sunset. We don't know. Ooh, wobble from Toth in front. Navarro had to lift off there, and he's having to lift off there as well as Toth shuts the door wide in his face. And he's running wide again. Oh, big wobble from Toth, and Navarro has to avoid the action into the S's. Round the outside, though, goes Navarro on the exit of the S's. Great move by the Porsche. Toth goes from 4th to 6th in the space of 2 laps. Those tyres, the battering, the bruised, the abused tyres, finally it appears are failing the Corvette. Just locking up left, right and centre, not doing him any good, and it looks like finally... Oh, but maybe not, because Toth's going to have a look down the outside, trying to fight back through crocodiles. I don't think he's going to be able to get that one done. Navarro will hold P5 for the time being, unless anything happens. I believe he will hold it for the remainder of this race. Toth continuing to lock up. Just move your brake bias backwards, mate. It's not that hard. You press the little button on your steering wheel and it goes, oop, you don't lock up anymore. But Toth falls back into P6. Heinonen and Moore still locked in battle as well. Heinonen was in front of Moore earlier on. It would appear those positions have swapped once again. Obviously, the Aston Martin has fought its way into the top 10 from quite far back. It's had a good race today. Will he be close enough? There's 4 minutes and 16 seconds left. Will he be close enough at any stage over the remaining 4 minutes to find his way through? Oh no, he's gone really wide. Super wide there through turn 5 at Barbecue, which I've neglected to mention today because it is the best corner name in the world and nobody can tell me otherwise. If you're ever building a racetrack, make sure you have a corner name named Barbecue. That's all I'm saying. Heinonen falls back to over a second behind Moore now. The tyres are starting to reach the end of their lives. Coming through Loikop now, and on the run into Mineshaft. Heinonen just waiting for that golden opportunity. But he's going to have to dig deep to try and get it. Oh, when I say that, he's almost having a spin there. Coming through the right-hander at the Crocodiles. Into Ingve. Managed to hold on to it nicely. Coming into T2 now. These two still locked in battle. Heinenen's closer this time round. Only 7.23 tenths separating them. Here is Marikak and Kaufman. Marikak, who again, another driver that was running super strong early on, has fallen back over the race. It's saying that Kaufman's just in front of him, but I can't see Kaufman anywhere. I think our timing screen's having a moment there. Apologies. Either the Kaufman is behind or he's gone off. That's more like it. 5 seconds separating them. I was going to say that's a big 2 tenths if that is the real gap. Heinonen and Moore have gone up to P8 and 9. So it appears that someone's gone into the pits. Very interesting to see. 1 minute and 45 left on the clock. And I believe we should get one more lap. It depends where Valcogni is on the track. Coming through Crocodile now. Heinonen a lot closer this time as well. 0.669 seconds separating them into the final corner. And crossing the line now. Let's see the gap. Ooh, it is slower from Heinonen. He's fallen back 9 tenths really. Just 1 minute remaining here in the 80 minutes of Kyalami. We wait now to see if Heinonen can do anything. We wonder where Varkonyi is. If he's starting a new lap now, that gives Heinonen that precious extra lap to try and get the move done. You can see in the cockpit his hands working furiously at that wheel. Desperately trying to get through. Coming through, Loikop. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This is 0 minutes remaining, and Varkonyi is only in the middle of the track, so Heinenen's going to have another lap to be able to get the D done. And he's already having a look up the inside of Moore. Here goes Heinonen, into P8 he goes. Moore runs wide out of Crocodiles. Heinonen goes through. Great stuff from the Aston Martin. Moore fighting back though. Can't get the move done. Heinonen finally gets up into P8. And he's got a lap now to try and defend himself. Will Moore have a run? Heinonen going super defensive into T1. He's basically as far inside as he can get away with. And it looks like Heinenen's going to hold the position for the time being. Moore gives a little touch there. Varkonyi, 2 corners to go. It's been a dominant drive from the Ferrari driver. Moore tries to have a look up the inside of Heinonen. Can't quite get it done. Heinonen holds on for now. Varkonyi rounds the final corner to cap off a dominant performance here at Kyalami. He wins the 80 minutes of Kyalami here at the Ace Racing League. What a performance by Zoltan Varkonyi in that Ferrari. My oh my. Absolutely perfect. It must be said, but we're still focusing on this battle. Moore and Heinonen locked in battle. Ferenczi will be second and Binchek will be third. But will Heinonen or Moore be 8th? That's the real question. Coming through, Loikop now on the run into Mineshaft. The tricky left-hander. They get rewarded with diamond or coal for Moore. Let's find out. I think it's too far back to have a look into Crocodiles. Looks like Heinonen is going to hold on to the position. He runs wide on the exit of Crocodiles. Here comes Moore. He's right on the back of Heinonen. Into the second last corner. This is going to be a dive. Moore's off the road. Heinonen holds on. Round it. Oh no, Moore goes round. Varga almost into the back of Moore. Moore's reversing. Round goes Varga. Oh my goodness me. Round go both of them. Kaufman's got through in the meantime. Oh my word. Kaufman goes to P9, Moore P10, Varga outside the top 10. Varga is not happy at all with that one. And you can understand why. My oh my, that was some late drama here. But what a race we've had there at Kyalami. Varkonyi taking a dominant victory. Ferenczi in P2, Binchek P3, rounding up the podium. Then Castro, Balea, Navarro, Toth, Orzechowski, Heinonen and Kaufman, the trio of Aston Martins. Moore and Varga at 10th and 11th after that late drama. Marakak 12th, Schattler, Leveson, Vaskin, Feenstra, Ton, Hemsoth, Van Doren and Krenek rounding out the top 20. And then D'Souza and Kane rounding out the runners. And then just this graveyard of DNFs. Chassing, Andre, Gjordmena, Baha, Lawyer, Perucci, Horvath, Bathun, Buren. Oh my word, there's so many DNFs. Luca Mengini as well, rounding out the field. But my oh my, what a race we've had here at Kyalami. What a performance we've seen from Zoltan Varkonyi. And that is just a taster of what is to come in the new season of the Ace Racing League, I'm sure. Thank you for joining us here at the Ace Racing League, and make sure you tune in next time for the 8 Hours of Silverstone. It's sure to be a great race, just as we've had here. So take care, and we'll see you all next time.